Hey everybody, just a quick video today on notes and mortgages, everything you need to know in a few minutes. Roll intro. Okay, so notes and mortgages. Before we get into that, you have to know a little bit about title in Florida. So title in Florida is a little different than other states because here you actually get the title, the deed, the ownership the day you buy property in Florida. So it's not like buying a car where you get the title after you pay the loan off, if that makes sense. So because you own it day one, but you own it with a loan, they put a lien on it, which is called the mortgage, to make sure you pay that loan off. Okay, so starting with the note. The note is just the promise to repay the loan. So as nice as the bank is, every time you walk into the lobby and they offer you cookies and drinks, they want their money back. That's how this whole thing works. So if you are on the loan application, you're on the note. Okay, so if you're on the hook for paying that loan back, you have to sign the note. So going through the document, the first page, pretty straightforward. The amount of the loan, who the bank is, the amount of the interest rate, when the first payment's due, and then the right to prepay. So usually you have the right to prepay, which means you can add more to that principal payment at any point to pay that principal off a little faster, save you some money in the interest. When you get over to the second page, usually late fees. So 15 days later more, they've got a 4 or 5% fee. That varies based on if it's VA or not. And then the default stuff. If you're not making the payments, the bank will get in touch with you and talk about that. Believe me, they will. They want their money back. And then we'll sign on the third page. Okay, so moving over to the mortgage. So again, remember what we said about title to start the video off? So if you're on the title, the deed for the property, and you own a part of the property, you've got to sign the mortgage if there's a loan involved. Okay, now it doesn't mean you have to pay the loan back. Whoever's on the note has to pay the loan back. But this says if you own it, but you own it because of a loan, somebody's got to pay that loan back for you to own it. Okay, page one, the first thing you're going to see is a listing of every owner that's on the deed for the property, okay, just like we started the original video with, and their marital status. So we have to know marital status in Florida. There's some homestead rights and some things that we need to be made aware of, so you're going to see that listed. You're going to see who the lender is, okay, so the original lender, because that's the lien holder, and then the amount of the original loan. That's the lien on the property. Okay, moving over to page two, up top you're going to see some check boxes for some documents that the lender can add based on the loan type and neighborhood. So if you've got a condo or an HOA or a VA, a lot of those things will have additional things that they'll add. The rest of that page is bank definitions. I always say if you have any trouble sleeping, that's a really good cure for that if you start reading that. And then right at the bottom of that page, you'll see the property address and then usually the legal description, or we'll attach that to the back because this is the only property encumbered by this mortgage. So if you own other properties, if you ever buy any other properties, this mortgage just stays on this property. Okay, page three, this is where we get into the uniform covenants. So uniform as in the same. So from here through almost the last page of the mortgage, these are exactly the same in every mortgage in the country, okay? There's really four things that I touch on in closing, kind of the highlights there. The first is your payments go first to interest, then to principal, like most loans, okay? The second is you've got to pay for the property tax and homeowner's insurance. So as long as your escrow account covers that, your monthly payment will take care of that. That'll go into the escrow account and you're good there. The third is, as long as the mortgage is on the property, don't let the place get blown up or condemned. Okay, the bank's pretty sensitive about that. They want to make sure there's still a house there and it's in good condition, which leads to number four, it's your house as long as you're paying for it, right? If you stop paying for it for any length of time, the bank will probably ask you to go live with a friend or a relative or a nice realtor for a while they try to sell the property and get their money back. It's as nice as I can say that foreclosure process. Right after that, you have a non-uniform covenant section. So if the bank does have anything that they want to add, right there in that last little section, that's where you're going to see those. Not always the case, but sometimes. And then the back, every property owner is going to sign that back page. Okay, so that wraps up a quick video on notes and mortgages. Hopefully that's helpful for you. You can have something to reference before closing. If you're an agent, that'll give you a little something to explain to customers, add some value there. And that's what we're trying to do with Closing Bear. So if you like what we're doing, you like the videos, give it a like and a share and a subscribe and all the fun stuff there. If you want me to come teach a class with your brokerage or anywhere else for that matter, shoot me an email, chip@closingbear.com. And if you have new contracts you want to send over to us, just email those to contracts@closingbear.com. We'll look forward to seeing you soon. Thanks.